They've won just 4 games out of their last 10, and they know they can do better. This team has talent, and they'll try to bring it all back together and get things on track with a win. Knicks, Clippers, coming up next. Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. Brian Anderson with you, Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill joining us tonight, along with the 4th member of our team, Allie LaForce. Hey, Allie.
Thanks, guys. Julius Randle became an all-star in New York, but it was back in New Orleans that he found his stroke. The coaches told him, let it fly, and he said, quote, that's all I needed to hear. This league is about opportunity, confidence, and mindset. Those things came in all at once in New Orleans, and I was able to build on that. Brian?
Thanks, Allie. So the opening lineup here for the Clippers. Leonard and Batum, the duo at forward. Then it's Mason Plumlee. Then there's Paul George. And it's Highland in at the 1. And for New York, at the 4 and the 5, it's Randall and Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's R.J. Barrett. And it's Grimes in at the 2 spot. Well, Doris, we're expecting most of the action to come out of the backcourt of this game.
No, exactly, B.A. Both teams are led by their terrific guard play. The outcome of this game likely hinges on the respective performances of those 2 positions.
So the Clippers win the tip. Here's Highland. Leonard outside. Pass to George. Fires for 3. Randall pulls down the board. Now here's Brunson. He takes it in. Uses the glass on the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Highland. Fires the 3. Can't get it to go. Missed his first one. Here's Grimes. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Yeah, ever since the Nets relocated to Brooklyn in 2012, the rivalry between the Nets and Knicks has intensified. Now, both teams trying to prove that New York belongs to them.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him. It'll be hard for the Nets to take New York City away from the Knicks. They've been there so long.
So true, B.A. But the Nets have attracted more star players lately. Top free agents choosing to go to the Nets instead of the Knicks. We'll see if this trend continues moving on.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Here's Highland. Shot clock at 5. That one goes. Now he's 1 for 2.
Want to score in the NBA? Picks can really force the D to make tough choices.
And that was the mobile 1 drive. Low resistance to the finish line.
Yeah, aggressive take there to get inside. They're looking to make things happen to try and take control of this game.
Brunson passes to Randall. Back to Brunson. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Brunson's got his 2nd basket of the night.
Julius Randle can do a little bit of everything. That's a great find to get his teammate an open look.
The Clippers have gone 1 for 3 so far. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Leonard outside. Pass to Plumlee. Up top, Batum. Here's Highland. It's hauled in by Robinson. Barrett against Leonard, and it's Barrett off the drive.
Well, R.J. Barrett, how about the ability to focus with a defender right in his grill? How about that finish? Woo!
Now George, 15 in his last outing. Leonard with the ball. Intercepted. Left side Barrett. Going inside, and he jams it home with authority.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Highland. The Knicks making their last shot. Pass to Leonard. Here's Highland. Let's go with a three. Ooh, Robinson with a block.
Now, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
Throws it up high. And it's Randle with the jam.
This guy is so quick. Julius Randle finishes with a pretty dunk.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Now here's Plumlee. Robinson defending. Robinson against Plumlee. To the middle. Here's Highland. He hits that one. 2 for 5 now.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Outside Brunson. Pass to Grimes. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 6 to open up this game. Here's Highland. And here's Leonard. Down low. There's the block.
How about Randle with the send-it-back block? Nicely done, Julius. This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Now here's Brunson. A steady force on their offense. Recording around 14 and a half a game. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
They would love to face this team more often. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Here's Highland. Brunson defending. Over to the wing. Batum against Randle. Shot clock at 6. Kicks it to George. From downtown. The Knicks pull it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And for Paul George, playing close to home on a title contending team, it's a tremendous opportunity, Grant.
And back with the Pacers, he twice made the Eastern Conference Finals. But without a doubt, this is the most talented team he's ever been a part of.
The Knicks have gone 7 of 9, a solid percentage so far. And here's Brunson. 15 in his last outing. From 12 feet. Randle can't hit. George outside. Here's Highland. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. He has 6.
Well, that's about tremendous vision. And remember, Paul George has the kind of size that allows him to survey the floor beautifully.
Pass to Randle. Paul George pulls down the board.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's Leonard. Oh, the teardrop falls in. Leonard's gotten his second bucket.
Well, everybody in the NBA should have the floater as part of their arsenal. Leonard makes it look easy.
Brunson passes to Randall, and stolen by Leonard. Here's Highland from the top of the key. Can't get it to go. Only 3 for 8.
Well, if the defense gives him that shot next time, they could get burned. I think he's just a little bit out of rhythm. Boy, there were lots of expectations that accompanied R.J. Barrett coming out of college. That's going to happen when you're the 3rd overall pick.
You know, watching R.J. Barrett is a treat, Doris, whenever we get a chance to do so.
Yeah, B.A., he is a tremendous young man on top of being a player who so desperately is searching for greatness and working to get there. What you love about R.J. is he's trying to add to the offensive end of the floor year by year. Yes, he can get off the dribble drive. Now can he consistently make that perimeter jumper?
He misses the free throw, and the steady growth we have seen from R.J. Barrett has been very impressive, Doris.
One thing we know, B.A., this is a young guy who does not lack for confidence when it comes to looking to score. He's someone this team trusts to step up and deliver in the big moments. This is a player that desperately wants and continues to work to improve over time.
Good on the second one. And some surprise teams that started out hot have not cooled down. Their fans are wondering if this is the new normal.
Well, B.A., it's easy for fans to jump to that conclusion. But look, the bottom line is you can't look too far ahead. You got to stay in the moment and enjoy the ride. I wish I had done more of that when I was playing.
Now here's Westbrook. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game.
You just never know what Russell Westbrook will do in the pick and roll. So excellent at making the right decision.
Hard against Powell. Pass to Grimes. And here is Barrett. Here's Randall. Shots blocked. And gets hacked by the D. He'll go to the line.
Mitchell Robinson on the floor for his defense unequivocally, but this young guy is really coming on the offensive end. Great job drawing the contact.
Free throw good, Robinson.
Boy, guys, it wasn't too long ago that the Los Angeles Clippers were the worst team in the league, but boy, have times changed. The Clippers are now an attractive organization for some stars.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for New York. Quickly comes in for Barrett. And a switch here also for the Clippers. Mann's checked in. He's perfect from the line this time. I mean, a true transformation of the Clippers. They were that team that stars avoided.
They were, B.A., but I think that started to change back in 2011, the trade of CP3 to the Clippers. It started this new era. Then the ownership change helped it even further. And in one summer, let's remember, they signed both Kawhi and Paul George. Unreal transformation.
And something fans don't always get to see, some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
And the Knicks making a change here. Sims is checked in. Now here's Westbrook. Powell outside. This one for 3. Tries again. Pass to Mann for 3. It's hauled in by Robinson. Robinson's got his 4th rebound in this one.
So far, rebounding has been a focal point for them.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Now here's Hart. Ooh, good work defensively by Morris. The Clippers trail. Here's Mann. Off target at the rim.
I'll tell you, most of the time this guy's going to finish that, but that was tremendous defense that prohibits him from completing the play.
DiVincenzo finds Hart. Here's Sims. The shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Defeated by Milwaukee in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
It was, frankly, embarrassing. I was shocked by their disorganization, and I think they were too.
Well, frankly, they should be shocked. I mean, that kind of effort simply won't cut it in today's NBA. Let's see if they take any lessons from it.
And a second look at that rejection, taking no prisoners on defense there.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
New York has gone 0 for 3 from downtown. Quickly against Westbrook. Quickly passes to Robinson. To the paint. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Robinson.
Boy, not sure what happened on that one. Just an unforced error.
Well, the Clippers shooting 33% in the first quarter. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Mann. Well, he hasn't put up any points yet in this one. 6 on the shot clock. And the lob disrupted. Not to be. Quickly with the ball. He's picked up by Westbrook. Oh, deflected. Oh, Morris with a steal. On the wing man, guarded by Quickly. Westbrook, the pass to Powell. Back to Westbrook. Robinson with a steal. To the inside, Sims. And he makes it on the layup. And the Knicks lead by 9. And now we get a little perspective here on how the hustle game has been for the Knicks.
Yeah, they're just attacking on defense, getting those hands out and knocking the ball free. I really like their energy defensively.
The other thing, I cannot be more impressed by the defense they've shown tonight. Their willingness to close on shooters, blocking shots, playing with great effort.
Here's Quickly. Pass to Hart. The 3-ball. Rebound by the Clippers.
Already +5 in terms of rebound margin.
Here's Mann. He shoots over DiVincenzo, and the Clippers miss again.
Not a single shot has gone down this period. It is the very definition of ice cold.
The second effort. DiVincenzo on the wing. Off target from outside.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Pass to Morris. Oh, they need this. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Something you can't deny about Marcus Morris. He is a passionate player.
On and off the court, this guy is highly competitive. He's a leader in the locker room. His playing style, to me, would fit with any organization. Smart and tough.
That free throw good for Morris.
One of the things you have to think about with the New York Knicks, there are quality pieces here. Julius Randle and R.J. Barrett are very capable wings. Mitchell Robinson is a big-time presence in the middle of the paint. The struggle, guys, has been for them putting all these pieces together.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Robinson. Both free throws good from Morris. Yeah, Doris, having the pieces fit and being able to find consistent success has eluded the Knicks.
Right, and some of that has been a bit out of their control, but there does seem to be this constant tinkering as they search for something that really works for them. They've got to figure this out. Knicks fans are long-suffering.
What a way to begin this game, dominating at both ends of the floor.
And give them credit for approaching this game with the right energy and intensity. This team has attacked every chance they've gotten.
Now here's Westbrook. Still getting warmed up off. Oh, big finish!
Oh, did you see that?
My goodness, is there anything better than watching Westbrook hammer at home? My goodness gracious, Russell.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Here's Hart. In the game against Miami, very impressive. 5 to shoot. Here's DiVincenzo. Yep, that one goes. And the Knicks lead by 10.
And early on, they've been on a tear, just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Westbrook with it. Over quickly. Westbrook can't hit. And so it's the New York Knicks earning this break in the action, up 10. They've been aggressive in transition and find themselves in front. We'll be right back after this word. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. All right, guys, what's your take on the Knicks so far?
Defensively, their gambles are paying off, jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
Knicks shooting at 45% of the game so far. So here are the 5 for the Clippers to start the second. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Nicholas Batum out there with Mason Plumlee. And it's Highland in at the point.
Boy, gentlemen, you just love to see that aggressiveness. He's not afraid to get after it.
Randall against George. Launches it. Randall pulls down the board. Randall's got 4 rebounds now. Inside, Hartenstein. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
Woo! Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
I tell you, you can't get stops if you're unwilling to put in the work.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks so much, Brian. Well, the Knicks trying to find their way back to the playoffs. Coach Tom Thibodeau said, you can't look backwards and you can't look too far down the road. You just have to take a look at today, lock into what we have to do, and focus on how we can be better. Back to you.
No shortcuts to greatness, Allie. Thanks for that.
I think that's going to stick with them for a while. Huge mistake at a critical juncture in the game.
And I think the intention doesn't always equal the result. Wrong play, wrong time.
Here's Grimes. He's averaging almost 5 points a game. Here's Hartenstein. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It goes on Mason Plumlee. Granted, it's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
The first one falls.
Yeah, back in the day when I was playing, the Clippers were always an easy win. Now, L.A. is consistently a playoff team. Boy, oh boy, how times have changed.
And he makes both free throws. And your last year in the league, the 12-13 season, you played for the Clippers.
Yes, I did, and a great team at that. Blake Griffin, CP3, all in their primes. We won the division for the first time in Clippers history. Team record 56 wins. That year was big in the turnaround for L.A.
They get it again. Here's Highland. From outside, off the mark.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Barrett passes to Brunson. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Leonard. Here's Highland. Here's Plumlee. Slam dunk by Plumlee.
So sick, the vertical ability.
That was flat out awesome. He has that effortless knack for getting to the hoop. Now here's Brunson. 6 points for him. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Barrett. Just 5 to shoot. Over Leonard. Oh, solid D from Leonard. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Highland. Brunson defending. The shot's good. Give him 8 points now.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And how about our AT&T 5G slam cam? Couldn't have captured that play any better. Outside Brunson. Pass to Barrett. And a bit of a battle for the ball. And the officials signal a jump ball here. And it's the Knicks with the ball. Here's Highland. Brunson defending. Now Batum. Over Randall. Batum's shot is off.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
It's good. Brunson's got 4 points this quarter.
That's 2 things right there for R.J. Barrett. It's awareness and unselfishness. Pretty pass.
And the Clippers with the ball. It's a 14-point game. George passes to Leonard. Batum with it. Pass to Highland. Now here's George. To the paint. Here's Plumlee. Misses the layup.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Oh, he did it!
Punch it home!
Nice!
Oh, my goodness, that was electric. R.J. Barrett with a little flash.
For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 7 attempts to drop since the end of the first quarter. The Clippers call timeout. Well, for the Knicks, what's it going to take to bring them back to the glory days?
Oh, that's a loaded question, B.A. But first of all, a superstar would certainly help. They haven't really had one for quite some time. If they can either develop or attract an elite all-star player, that would be a start to turning this New York franchise around and becoming possibly a contender.
Mitchell Robinson, he's checked in for New York. Here's Leonard. His scoring ability is impressive, averaging 20 a game. Here's Highland. Down low. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
And he drops it first. And we know how dominant George can be on both ends of the floor, Doris.
Well, consider he's a great scorer, a 3-level scorer, and then he's able to guard perimeter and post players. That combination of size, length, athleticism, he continues to be a major threat in this league.
George hits them both. Well, Grant, I know you collect art, so we've been hearing all about these NFTs that teams and players are creating. I'm going to need a little instructional here. What's it all about?
Oh, B.A., first of all, memorabilia and collectibles have always been around. But yes, NFTs have taken it to a whole nother level. And yes, I do have an NFT. I don't fully understand it, so I can't explain it to you. But I know it's the next big thing, that's for sure.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. On the take with the 10-footer. It's wide right, hits off the rim.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
And that one's good for Brunson. Brunson's got 6 here in the quarter.
And their offensive execution has really picked up here in the second period.
The Clippers have gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. Pass to Highland. Now Batum, checked by Randall. From deep. Here's Plumlee. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
No debate there. He got hammered.
What you love about Mason Plumlee is there's a level of professionalism in terms of his effort and energy. He brings it every single night.
That free throw, no good. And you know, Doris, in addition to the effort Plumlee puts out there, he's a dependable scorer in tight.
B.A., he's going to get the vast majority of his scoring opportunities in the painted area. He can finish with either hand, and what is so underrated about his game, his ability to find people, to pass the basketball in tight spaces.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
So it's the Clippers now, after the basket by New York. Leonard outside. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And Kawhi Leonard, one of 3 perimeter players to win back-to-back Defensive Player of the Year awards. It's him, Sidney Moncrief, and a young Dennis Rodman.
And for his career, Kawhi Leonard has more steals than fouls, Greg.
You know, B.A., he and Jimmy Butler, I believe, the only 2 players to achieve that after a decade in the league. A pretty remarkable achievement.
Free throw drops for Leonard.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
And the Clippers making a change here. Powell's checked in. And Leonard drops them both. Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
B.A., I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive, a defensive force as we have seen.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Barrett passes to Robinson. That one doesn't drop. And Los Angeles the other way now. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Brooklyn where they'll face the Nets. That'll be the last leg of a 6-game road trip for the club.
This guy just can't find his rhythm. And you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Now here's Brunson. He's got 10. Pass to Randall. Back to Brunson. Takes the 3. Batum pulls it in. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. Here's Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
Woohoo! The leaping ability of Norman Powell. Throw it down, sir.
The Knicks have gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. Brunson passes to Barrett. Randall against George. Nice move. And Randall with the layup. Randall's got 6 points in the quarter.
Well, that's Randall working in his comfort zone. You can see how confident he is on his ability to score inside.
It's Powell on the wing. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Ball stolen. Here's Grimes. Powell covers. Oh, nice shot by Grimes. He's got 6.
He gets inside right when he sees the opening. Got to attack when you have that chance.
And the Clippers have possession. Pass to Highland. And here's Leonard. Out left to the wing. From behind the arc. Highland misses.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Now here's Brunson. 10 points for him. And there's the lob. And a big finish by Robinson.
Guys, he's such a big target. On the alley-oop, throw it up. Mr. Robinson, the only one in the building who can catch it and finish.
Leonard outside. Powell with it, and it's Brunson picking him up. Here's George. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. They'll pin that one on Julius Randle.
Well, one of the free agent moves that wasn't surprising was Brunson joining the Knicks. The two were enamored with each other early on in the process. A big signing for the Knicks, and Brunson now gets a chance to be a main piece of a team.
That one's off.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
A big group substitution here for New York. Sims, he's checked in for Robinson. Hart comes in for Barrett. DiVincenzo, he's checked in for Grimes. And quickly subbed in for Brunson. And he can't make the second free throw either. He missed them both.
What we know about Paul George, guys, is he's been a dominant force on both ends of the floor. He's proven he can be a #1 scorer. He has also proven he can guard the opponent's best scorer.
Now here's Hart. It's a 22-point lead, the most they've led by. Oh, they get a hand on it. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks. New York will retain possession. Man, he's checked in for George. Clock at 2 for 3. DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Morris. Morris has got 4 rebounds now. DiVincenzo against Powell. Pass to Morris. Kicks it out to Westbrook. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Sims. And here's New York now. They're on a 16-6 run. DiVincenzo. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's on Norman Powell.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Now Westbrook. Looking at the numbers, he's putting up 7 points a game. Pass to Zubac. Here's Westbrook. Now here's Morris. Powell in the post. DiVincenzo covering. Powell's shot is off.
And that closeout certainly made a difference.
Well, no question. He altered that shot, and most of the time, that's just as good as blocking it.
Westbrook with it. Randall's in his pocket. And as Westbrook gets older, he's indicated that he's not looking to change how he plays, Grant.
And that can be a double-edged sword, B.A. You love his aggression and confidence, but you wonder how his game will hold up as his athleticism goes.
one falls for Westbrook.
What we know unequivocally is the best players being your hardest workers, the guys who want to be held accountable, make such an impact on your program, and that is Russell Westbrook to a T.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Well, Paul George has certainly endured his share of criticism in the past, but he said, quote, "I can't worry about that. It comes with the job. I am who I am. They can judge me on what they want. I'm going to go out there and hoop and give it everything I've got." And guys, he brings a lot to the table.
No question. He is elite, Allie. Thank you. The Clippers really having a tough go here. Pass to Mann. Back to Powell. And Powell with the stuff.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game. Hart from long range, and that one goes. 3 for 9 for him.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Powell outside. From 11 feet away. Misses off the left iron.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
DiVincenzo, pass to Randall. And the ball out of play. The Clippers will have it. And the Knicks making a change here. Hartenstein's checked in. And so here are the Clippers. Westbrook finds Morris. Got a hand on it. Goes back up. 6 to shoot. Gets the 14-footer to fall.
Well, just so good at taking advantage of the mid-range. Marcus Morris feels comfortable in that area.
Quickly against Westbrook. Pass to Sims. Back to Quickly. Here's Hart. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now.
Well, when you've been struggling as he has, you love that your teammates have really stepped up and taken the challenge.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Mann. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And here's Westbrook from the arc. He's off on that one. A dominating first half of play, and so far it hasn't been close. It's the Knicks opening up a huge gap. All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Coach, the offense is flowing. What will be your message to the team at halftime?
Keep attacking, make the extra pass, get their size out of the lane, hit the open man.
Thanks, Coach. Guys, got to keep being unselfish out there.
Allie, as always, thank you. We'll be back right after the break for the third quarter here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. New York holding the upper hand after the first 2 quarters. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, give us your take.
Their effort on the glass, absolutely key to setting the tone. They wanted to send a message with their physicality, and they wanted to dominate on both ends. A really terrific performance.
And Shaq, your take on the Clippers.
I know it's not the case, but it seemed like they were lacking on the offensive game. Maybe some guys were improvising when they should have been making the next pass. But, hey, not looking good out there.
And that'll do it for our halftime report. Stay tuned for the second half, about to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it's been a runaway. You look at Jalen Brunson. What a contribution.
He was getting into the lane easily that first half. Just relentless.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Just about ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. At forward, it's Barrett and Randall. Then there's Mitchell Robinson. Then there's Jalen Brunson. And it's Grimes in at the 2. That's the 5 for New York right now. To the inside. Can't get it to drop. Ooh, nice D from George. And for the Clippers, they're shooting a rough 29% from the field here. To the middle. Here's Leonard. Tries again. Plumlee passes to Batum. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances. Came up empty.
Well, I guarantee you this is not what they talked about in the locker room. 0 for 3 and looking lost.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. George's shot is off.
Boy, yet another missed opportunity here. Whatever they talked about at halftime, it's not working.
So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And for Julius Randle, back in 2014, a nightmare start to his career, Greg.
Oh, man, so sad. I mean, Julius breaking his leg just 14 minutes into his NBA debut. A serious injury that required him to miss his entire rookie season. But give Randle credit for coming back and carving out a great career.
The free throw drops for Randle.
Guys, what you love about Julius Randle is the well-rounded nature of his game. Because he works so hard on his shooting ability, it makes his dribble drive that much more dangerous.
Randle drops them both. Here's George. Second half getting started. About a minute played. Pass to Batum. Shoots over Randle. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Barrett passes to Brunson. Back to Barrett. To the inside. 4 on the clock. Grimes. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Here's Batum. The offensive rebound. Here's Plumlee. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Mitchell Robinson.
Man, he made sure to get his money's worth on that foul.
Shooting 2.
That free throw no good. And he can't hit the second.
Early in his career, Mitchell Robinson feels like an old school big to me. This guy owns the painted area. He's completely focused on finding those close range opportunities to score it.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
And that's typical of this guy. He's always reading the situation, reacting quickly and capitalizing.
Here's Highland following the bucket by the Knicks. Pass to Leonard. Beyond the arc. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Randall. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Knicks on D. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. From 12 feet, nice shot by George. Mitchell Robinson's focus on high percentage looks has given him record-setting efficiency doors.
It has, B.A. In the abrupted 2020 season, he finished with a field goal percentage of 74%. That put him over Wilt Chamberlain's old record. I think that says it all.
Brunson passes to Barrett, and stolen by Leonard. Here's Highland, and he drops in the layup off the glass. He's got 10.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
And now we're 3 minutes into this third quarter of play. The fader, and Mitchell Robinson picks up the foul. That's his fourth foul of the contest. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. For 3, Randall, making his presence felt here. He's now 6 for 9 in this game.
Yeah, you know that when Julius Randle gets into his rhythm offensively, he can be problematic for defensive teams.
Pass to Highland. Over Brunson. Highland misses. For New York, they've gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. Here's Randall, and it's Randall with the jam.
Wow, excellent explosion off his feet by Julius Randle.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes here into the third. George draws the double. Leonard for 3. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his 3rd assist of the night.
You know, we call that great recognition of the situation. He knew where the double team on him was coming from. A teammate was open somewhere, and he found him.
Here's Grimes. Give him 8 points now. It's Barrett on the wing to the paint. Here's Randall. It's not going to go for him. Batum with the defensive effort. Los Angeles has gone only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Robinson with the block. And here's Brunson. He's got 12. It's Barrett on the wing. 3-pointer off the mark. The Clippers shooting poorly at only 28%. Right wing. Here's Batum. Offline with a 3.
Some of it's good defense and some of it's just poor shot selection. Either way, he's being shut out.
Up top, Randall. He's got 17. New York, no good that time either. For 3, George. Clippers keep it alive.
I'll tell you, you hate to pin this on one person, but his inefficiencies at the offensive end are holding this group back.
Barrett against Leonard. Here's Brunson. There's the drive. Offensive rebound. Randall can't hit. Now the Clippers with it. Leonard outside.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
And the Clippers making a change here. Westbrook's checked in. Brunson with it. Pass to Randall. For 3, Barrett. And again, the Knicks missing. In transition, here come the Clippers. Westbrook with the miss. New York shooting a less than average 27% in the third quarter. Randall left side. Shoots over Westbrook. And it's Randall that time on the assist by Brunson. Brunson's got 3 assists tonight.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. And Jalen Brunson, he's a great option on the floor, Grant.
Yes, he is. Can attack from different levels of the floor. Solid shooting threat from outside. And gives you another playmaker to initiate the offense.
Hart's checked in for Grimes. Zubats, he's checked in for the Clippers. Norm Powell comes in for Highland. Randall against George. Pass to Westbrook. There's the 3. It's rebounded by New York. Randall's got a rebound number 12 here already in the game. Outside Hart. Barrett with it. Leonard defending. Back to Hart. Powell with a steal. Puts up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. Robinson's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Hart with it. And it's Leonard picking him up. Inside. Here's Brunson. Ooh, he's found his rhythm. 7 for 10 and counting.
Their interior D continues to look shaky. Not a good matchup for them right now.
The Clippers shooting a rough 25% from the field in this game. Powell outside. Back to Westbrook. From the arc. Randall pulls down the board.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Brunson. Kicks it out to Barrett. Here's the 3. Westbrook with the rebound.
Defense dodged a bullet that time. Total breakdown.
He can't get that one to fall. Some solid defense from Barrett.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Now here's Leonard. He's got 9. Powell, it's good.
Norman Powell with the rise and fire from three-point territory. Pretty delivery.
New York has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Hard against Powell. Pass to Barrett. The ball's knocked loose. And stolen by Leonard. And the foul called on R.J. Barrett. That's his first foul of the game. Morris, he's checked in for the Clippers. Man comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Now here's Westbrook. Down low. Morris. That one goes. Count it. Morris has got 6 points.
I'll tell you, you have to take pride in finishing through contact. You get the sense Marcus Morris relishes that chance.
Outside Brunson. Here's Robinson. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got his 5th rebound in this one. That's tipped. Robinson's gone 1 for 3 on the night. Outside Brunson. Rebound by the Clippers. Westbrook outside. Pass to Morris. And he was camped in the lane there. He gets a 3-second call.
You have to limit mistakes. They're so tough to overcome.
These are the kinds of plays that can be game changers, that can make you hang your head.
One side is dominated tonight.
Yeah, they've done a fantastic job of imposing their pace and style of play.
It's Hartenstein, high post. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Man, the defender really went after him.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Well, not content to take what the defense gives them. I mean, they're attacking the gaps and getting the ball inside.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
And really strong at the line since the break.
DiVincenzo, he's checked in for New York. So he picks up just one from the line that time. And for the Clippers, they're shooting 27% in today's game. Not good. Powell's shot is off. New York has gone just 1 of 5 from three-point range here in the third quarter. Pass to Hart. Here's Sims, pounded by Westbrook. To the inside. Oh, Morris with a steal. Here's Powell. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. The Knicks with the rebound. Hartenstein's got 4 rebounds now. Here's DiVincenzo, and it's good. 2 points. DiVincenzo's got 6.
The defense tightens up, so he adjusts. Nice play.
DiVincenzo's gone 2 of 4 shooting. Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Pass to Zubac. Knocked loose. Westbrook against Quickly. Here is DiVincenzo. Now here's Hart. Outside, DiVincenzo. Clock at 6. New York needs to get one up quick. The timer ticks. Sims can't get it to go. Here are the Clippers. Powell outside. Out to the right wing. To the paint. That's good. And so Westbrook with the assist. Westbrook's got 3 assists in the game. Boy, this offense has been dynamic and diversified.
Just everyone sharing the ball and sharing the load makes you difficult to defend.
Hartenstein, no good. And here are the Clippers now. Powell for 3. And he can't get that one. Boy, this could snowball if they continue to put up points.
I can't say enough about their performance.
Outside Hart. DiVincenzo against Westbrook. And that one is hammered home.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Now here's Zubac. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game. Morris passes to Zubac. Outside, DiVincenzo. And out of bounds, Los Angeles will have it.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
What a performance for Julius Randle. He has been the story for New York. On the glass, he was an absolute tyrant, just owning the boards. We'll be right back with you shortly. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And for Los Angeles, they're shooting just around 26% for the game. On the floor for the Clippers, we've got Nicholas Batum. Robert Covington is out there with Marcus Morris. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Preston in at the point guard position. Outside, DiVincenzo. Pass to Quickly. To the middle. Well, Doris, courtside seats in basketball are hard to come by. Experiencing that proximity to the action is a rare treat. But with virtual reality now, anyone can.
Listen, BA, I'm all for technology, and I think that's cool. But let's be real. You give me a courtside seat where I can feel the action, where I can see all the minute details of everything that's transpiring in real time, I'll take that.
So it's the Clippers now, after the basket by New York. Here's Mann. Cash money on the open jump shot. Mann's got his first points of the game.
Boy, just good heads-up play by Batum. Spots the open man, but delivers it on time and on target.
Quickly, passes to Fournier. Inside, here's Hartenstein. And the layup is good off the glass.
And they've really managed to dominate inside.
And the Clippers have possession. Pass to Mann. Here's Preston. Back to Mann. It's Covington on the wing. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
You have to be prepared to catch and shoot in all circumstances if you're Robert Covington, and he was ready to rise and fire.
Now here's Quickly. Shot clock at 6. For 3, DiVincenzo. It's rebounded by Preston.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
Batum outside. 4-3. Second shot opportunity. Deflected. And stolen by Covington. Oh, and the fast break for the Clippers. Here's Preston. Well, since Commissioner Silver took over, Grant, it seems the league's dress code is now leaving more, let's say, wiggle room. You good with that?
Yeah, a lot of wiggle room, at least compared to when I played, when it was more of a business casual environment. But I think it's great. Let the players be themselves. Let them be authentic. And I think in a weird kind of way, it endears these players to the fans at home watching on TV.
Like a bunch of runway models before and after every game.
No question, no question.
Here's Preston following the bucket by the Knicks. Tipped away. And it's out of bounds to the Clippers as the Clippers retain possession. Boston's checked in for Los Angeles. Just about 3 minutes through the fourth and final quarter here. 5 on the clock. That one falls. Mann's got 4 points in the quarter.
6 of their last 10 points have come from that mid-range area.
Quickly outside. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Quickly. Fournier for 3. Offensive board. Here's Sims. Here's Hartenstein. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. Well, Grant, this is the business you and I are in. NBA has a couple of years with existing TV partners. How much are we going to see things change with the next deal, you think?
Oh, BA, this is interesting as this continues to evolve. I think as people's viewing habits have changed in the last 10 to 15 years, I think live sports and the NBA game is still something fans love to see in real time. I think also the fact that we can also attract a larger audience is exciting. I don't know how it'll all play out, but I know it'll be fun to follow and watch as we go.
Covington over to help. Outside Fournier. The 3 is up. The shot no good. And the Clippers will come the other way. Lets a floater go. Blocked. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Clippers will retain possession. For the Knicks, Jeffries comes in for Sims. And it's McBride in for Quickly. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Zubats is checked in. Here's man. Fournier covering. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Pass to Jeffries. Now DiVincenzo. Count it.
This is what we call highly efficient play. Working off the screen, getting to the cup.
Outstanding dribble drive. And that replay was brought to you by Mobile One.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Here's Preston. Here's Boston. DiVincenzo covering. Shoots from 12. And again, no good by the Clippers. New York has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. The kick out to Fournier. Pass to DiVincenzo. He can't get that one to fall. Good D by Covington. To the middle. Here's man. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Man's got 6 in the quarter.
Coaches love to see ball movement, especially when it gets you that kind of look.
Outside, DiVincenzo. Here's McBride. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Zubats has got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. To the inside, Covington. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
Since Covington has arrived in the league, he has come such a long way in his overall game. Great interior work there.
Now here's DiVincenzo. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. And the impact of international players in the NBA. It's climbing dramatically. Doris, in 1990, they played less than 5% of available minutes. Now it's more than 20%.
Well, the beauty is it's not just about the increase in numbers. It's the players at the top level in the NBA. Look at the MVP race last season. The top 3 were all international. I love it. It's a good sign for the game. We want the best players regardless of where they're from.
The first free throw is good. Both free throws good from DiVincenzo. The Clippers have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Pass to Boston. Here's Preston. Here's man. Fournier covering. Now here's Covington. Here's Zubats. Just 5 on the clock. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in.
You're fighting to keep the possession alive, something this guy does so well.
New York has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Here's McBride. Pass to Hartenstein. On the wing, Fournier. The Clippers have gotten 6 of their 13 shots to go. Here's Preston. Hey, we've heard a lot of coaches say, including Warriors coach Steve Kerr, about load management. If you want to see the Stars play more often, cut the schedule back. Maybe 72 games. Grant, your thoughts?
You know, B.A., this is a problem and a concern, I think, for the league. You go back 20, 30 years ago, Stars played every night when available. Now you're not seeing that with the workload and the back-to-back and the concern with players and their safety and the amounts of money they make over their contracts. 72 games is a possibility, but I prefer to keep it at 82. Maybe I'm just a traditionalist.
Well, Los Angeles shooting right around 40% since the beginning of the fourth quarter. Pass to man. Zubac's high post. He's against Hartenstein. Outside Covington. Pass to man. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here.
This guy has not been a factor at all in this quarter, and it has hurt the team.
And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Jeffries. He's guarded by Zubac. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers' ball. Los Angeles has got nothing to fall from outside the arc here in the fourth. 0 for 4. Pass to Covington. Here's Preston. Poke loose. Out of bounds. It'll be Knicks' ball. Well, the Knicks shooting right around 40% since the beginning of the fourth quarter. Outside Fournier. Rebuilding a team is as challenging a proposition as ever, especially for smaller franchises, Doris.
I think, B.A., certainly those smaller markets face some challenges that larger markets do not. But I would also point to the success of Milwaukee. They had success in their draft. They invested in your talent in terms of player development. So to build a playoff-ready team, there are so many things that must be in place, but you also have to have some luck. Nobody knew how good Giannis or Nikola were going to be. He's done a dynamite job rebounding the basketball, and no issues fighting it out against the big guys down low.
Deflects the pass. Here's Preston. Driving to the basket. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. He's off on the second. Doris, in the NBA, more attention is being paid to mental health more than ever before. And players are taking the lead in raising awareness.
I love that, Brian, because it's such an important issue. Performing between the lines of an NBA floor requires basketball skill, but it requires mental health and strength. And a lot of players, Kevin Love in particular, have been so brave. Credit to the NBA for addressing it and being out front.
He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Here's Preston. Pass to Boston. Here's Mann. Here's Preston. 6 to shoot. All right, Doris, let me get your thoughts on big superstar trades where teams are trying to win championships right here, right now.
I think my response would be, Brian, show me the one that's worked in recent history. Listen, it's a bold gamble, and ultimately talent wins in this league. What you cannot set aside is you have to understand, do the parts fit together? Are they committed to team first? Are they willing to put in all the work required to win a championship? Without it, you won't win.
That free throw misses. So he can't get either to fall.
And Evan Fournier is the longest tenured NBA player out of France. There were 10 French-born players during the 21-22 season.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Back to Fournier. Here's McBride. The Knicks keep it alive.
That's been the difference tonight. They've been insanely disruptive on the glass.
Los Angeles has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Fast break, New York.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Knicks.
And everything seemed to go their way today. They were firing on all cylinders, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., this was the kind of performance you relish as a player. Just a very impressive win.
And they really wanted this one. It pushes their win total up to 21.
And they meet just twice, so taking the first meeting means a lot to this team.
And we get spoiled sometimes, but we should take a second to appreciate what a sensational performance this has been for Julius Randle.
He really influenced the game with his rebounding. Just a stellar performance. With all the work he put in, he's going to sleep well tonight. He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
2 shots, foul, elbow, 2. Take a break, 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Morris, he's checked in for Zubats. And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 49 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Fournier. Here's Jeffries. And he lobs it up to the rim. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt. Here's Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Mr. Morris leaves no doubt.
And a big issue for them, turnovers.
Yeah, you just can't give away possessions in this league.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Outside, DiVincenzo. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Fournier. Offensive rebound. Back to DiVincenzo. And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
All right, now let's check in with Allie LaForce. Allie, what do you have?
Moving carefully.
Thanks so much. RJ, a great effort tonight. How is this team continuing to grow?
We're playing defense and we're moving the ball. Everybody's in double figures. Everybody's scoring. Everybody's playing together. That's how you win.
When the ball's going in, things tend to turn into a victory. Thanks so much, RJ.
Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.